Hi, I'm Crystal. I recently reorganized just a little bit in my craft room. I had some nicely labeled shoeboxes that were on upper cabinets for ribbon and brads and eyelets and cord, and I found that I was not using them. I think that anything you want to use a lot, it needs to be on a lower shelf. So I've got a bunch of these coffee containers. This is the brand that I drink all the time. And so I've reorganized those supplies by color into these coffee containers and put them on a lower shelf. And already I find that I'm using them much more often than I was previously. So I think that anything you want to use more of or something you use often does need to be accessible and in reach. I think it's also important to know whether you are a micro sorter or a macro sorter. I am a macro sorter. If you look at these coffee containers and it just gives you the heebie-jeebies because I've got all this stuff crammed together, regardless of whether it's cord or ribbon or eyelets or beads or buttons, you might be a micro sorter. And I think your organizational style does need to reflect your preferences, because if you try to adopt something that's promoted by somebody with an opposite organizational style, it really is not going to work out well. I might like watching Jennifer McGuire's craft room tour, but I know that her style is not my style. I need to have things accessible to me or I just don't use them. And I would like to use these supplies more often, so having them on a lower shelf is really working out well for me. Now, I would like it better, I think, if I were able to get the labels off of these coffee containers. I just cannot get them off the plastic. So I'm going to just have to cover them over with something color coordinated as those materials cross my desk. So I think that's going to be good enough. Definitely the organizational system is working for me. But I would be interested in your organizational tips. So if you have a good tip, I would love to hear about it in the comments. I hope you have a wonderful crafty day. And I thank you for joining me today.